Let's explore autistic history and the Autism Wars. This is part 55 of a series. Okay, we're right back in the year 2000 in the era of the Hear Their Silence rally and the conflict between autistics and parents of autistics who pushed us out and silenced us in this rally, as well as in the congressional hearing about autism that happened that year as well. So let's get to it. This section is titled, "It's Going to Take a Revolution." Parents of autistics didn't listen to autistics' concerns about the Hear Their Silence rally. Instead, they went forward with their plans exactly as they intended. The power of these parents wasn't lost on autistic advocate Laura Tysonek. In a different email exchange, this one's different than the one before. This one is with a representative of the Autism Society of America, or ASA, on March 27th of that year. Tysonek would list very clearly the issues with the theme, message, and presentation of their performance and how that would negatively affect all autistics. Tysonek already recognized that unless autistics were parroting parent-centered and fearful autism advocacy messages, autistics would be excluded. If we couldn't be used as a prop, then these parents wanted nothing to do with autistics and the autistic community. They might give lip service, but the real message was clear. Autistics aren't welcome here. And to the rest of the world, we really were silent, but not by choice. Quote, "I hate the autism establishment. I hate the parent professional access that rips people to shreds and then drops them into oblivion when they hit adulthood," stated Tysonek in their email response. "I hate anything and everything that pays lip service to autism services, but with all its resources couldn't do what I could do with next to nothing. I hate autism societies that have no use or place for autistics except as an occasional token to perform as freak shows at conferences. I hate child-centered organizations that leave adult children to eat coffee grounds when there are no more parents to serve. I hate a system that mourns for the purgatory of the parent but doesn't even give a damn about the hell of the autistic. I hate all of this and so very much more. I know that not every parent is complicit in this, and I know not every professional carelessly or callously destroys lives. But I have no illusion that the good guys are in the majority, or that the bad guys aren't pretending to wear the white hats. I have no illusion that the parent professional access will, as constituted, ever do a damn thing for adult autistics, or for that matter, honestly put the interests of child autistics before their own personal interests, given that they don't seem to think that we have any part to play in what they decide to do to us. Services go to money, money goes to power, and power right now goes to professionals, insurance payments, and research funds, and parents, money to help autistic children. There's no more room in that for us. But I know perfectly well that that won't do. It's going to take a revolution. It's going to take overthrowing that axis of power that leaves us voiceless and serviceless and invisible. Those are some powerful words being shared back then, and they're still powerful words now, because what Laura recognized back then is still happening now, and it's historically, whew, yeah. It didn't go well for us after that. We were excluded from the autism community, fiercely excluded. There's so much more going after this, but in this history stuff, I sometimes are like, where are these folks now, and what are they doing now? Has there been an expanding of understanding autistics after all these years? And I looked up one of the parents who testified in 2000 named Shelley Hendricks, and she had an organization, an autism organization, and she's a parent of an autistic, but she had an autism organization titled or named Unlocking Autism, and was part of this event for Hear Their Silence rally and for Open Their Eyes or something, this gallery where everyone sent in their children of autistic, sent in pictures of their autistic children and displayed it somewhere with tragedy narrative, and these kids are all silenced or something. I'm not quite sure, but I was hopeful that there would be maybe something learned in the last couple of decades, but that wasn't the case. When I found Unlocking Autism online, there was a post about this organization in person posted in 2021. So we're all, 21 years later, it seems like, right? And the article is titled The Power of One, and it was published March 23rd, 2021 by Shelley Hendricks, and it is really long. And I'm going to share parts of this, but it's... those powerful, powerful words of autistic activist Lord Tyson, they're still... This person here, after all these years, still never heard autistics in the autistic community. They never reached out. They never connected with us. They never did any of that. Instead, this is what they write. When my son Liam was diagnosed with autism at age 2, my heart sank. We were told he would likely never speak and probably would require an institutional setting. Confused with no idea how to help him, I was angry. One particular night, about 3 weeks after the revelation of this new path for our life, a serious conversation with God broke out in my kitchen. Well, I yelled at him at the top of my lungs, including all the bad words I'm ashamed to say, until I had no more strength to stand. As my worn-out head hit the pillow that night, all I could remember was the Holy Spirit will help you when do not have the first clue how to even pray. I'm kind of confused, but that's how this sentence reads. I had yelled. He comforted me anyway. I asked for help. He immediately helped me remember a mom praying for a child and vowing service to God. My prayer was simple. Oh, goodness. Hi, I am sorry for all that, especially the bad words. Would you please help me get my son back from this? Would you please tell us what to do, because we will do whatever you say to do. Thank you. Then I fell into deep sleep because fighting God is exhausting. I'm going to pick this back up in the next video. Thanks for exploring more autistic history with me.